Our next category honors the memory of one of Canada's most influential lawyers. Purdy Crawford was a coal miner's son who rose to prominence as one of Canada's best-known business leaders. He was a long-time lawyer with Toronto firm Osler and CEO of Amasco. He was known for his work both publicly and behind the scenes in helping resolve a myriad of business cases. And many of us thought of him as a mentor and a teacher, and he was always very generous with his time. Carrying out a complex deal involves leading a team. It requires creativity, broad technical excellence, and dexterity to achieve outstanding results. Our judges this year used those criteria in deciding who will be the recipient of the Osler Purdy Crawford deal-making category. It's my pleasure to invite Doug Bryce, National Managing Partner of Osler, Hoskin and Harcourt, to the stage to present this award.
Hi, I'd like to start off by congratulating all the many, many people that have preceded me to this podium for their forbearance and self-discipline. There hasn't been a single Will Smith or Chris Rock joke cracked all night. I thought that was low-hanging fruit. I didn't even bother writing one. It gives me great pleasure to once again present the Purdy Crawford Deal-Making Award. For those of you who didn't know Purdy, he was indeed the son of a coal miner from the tiny village of Five Islands, Nova Scotia. I checked on Wikipedia this afternoon. According to Wikipedia, there are currently 316 people that live in Five Islands, who went on to eventually move to Toronto, which is one of the great acts of betrayal you can commit as a maritimer in some ways, and became one of the giants of our profession, although he never lost his loyalty to the Maritimes, and one of the architects of the modern version of our firm. If there was one thing that Purdy loved and where he excelled, and there was, to be clear, more than one thing at which Purdy excelled, it was being in the middle of a really juicy and demanding transaction, in other words, deal-making. The intensity, the high stakes, the unreasonable demands on time, energy, and intellect, Purdy loved it all. He left us a few years ago, but the spirit and challenges of deal-making remain, and there are a few things that test the mettle of a lawyer, whether in the general counsel community or in the private practice, as quarterbacking a significant transactions. Congratulations to this year's finalists, who are
Osler Purdy Crawford Deal-Making Award, presented by Osler, Hoskin and Harcourt. The finalists are Marie-Hélène Labbé, Evolugen by Brookfield Renewable. Dennis Lopez, Chorus Aviation. Atusa Mahmoudpour, Well Health Technologies. Lindsay Matthews, Nuvei. Eric Tilley, Infrastructure Ontario. And Chris Vollmershausen, Agnico Eagle Mines.
And the winner is Lindsay Matthews.
Wow, what an honor and a privilege to be recognized this way. Thank you, merci. As you know, none of these transactions can be done by one person alone. It takes a team, it takes a village, it takes countless hours of internal, external counsel to get these deals done. So I'd like to take this opportunity to first thank the teams that supported me in this incredible journey at Nuvei. External counsel, Steichman, Warren, thank you for the nomination as well. Faskin, Caitlin, Rose, and the team, you guys were great bringing us to our Canadian and US IPO. Davis Polk in New York, and the countless other law firms that we deal with around the globe. We wouldn't be able to do this without their support. I'd also like to acknowledge the Nuvei legal team. They had to adapt to becoming a public company in 2020 and also becoming a very acquisitive public company. And so dealing with multiple acquisitions and integrations, many of them all at the same time, while doing a day job. So I really appreciate all of that support. Also like to thank Phil Fair, the CEO of Nuvei, and the leadership team. Nikki, who's here with me tonight, thank you for your support as well, and entrusting me with this really important role I'm proud to be part of such a dynamic and entrepreneurial team in what at first I did not realize was such a fast-paced and fascinating industry, which is fintech. Finally, thank you to the sponsors for tonight's event, and I wish you all a pleasant evening. Merci. Thank you.